Kids, today I want to talk about YouTube. I use YouTube a lot. I watch YouTube a lot. I make videos on YouTube. I've been making videos on YouTube for about 10, maybe 12 years. Long time. I've erased hundreds. I erased over 500 videos I did. And I regret it because they were really good. Some of them were really good. So a lot of lost work, unfortunately, but I'm here. And as we're all trying to navigate life in this fire hose of chaos bullshit that goes on every day, more and more people are turning off cable television, just canceling cable altogether, like I did a couple years ago, and really never looking back. I don't regret it at all. I don't regret the over $200 bill for something I barely used. It was ridiculous. And the cable company keeps calling me back. Oh, we have a new deal. I'm like, you know what? I begged you all to stop abusing me for years and just raping me of every penny that I have. And now you want to come back? No, thanks, dear. Don't want. No, I begged you to stop abusing me and you wouldn't do it. And now you want me to come back? Baby, come back? Girl, I ain't your baby and I ain't coming back. So anyway, I wanted to talk about some of the things I watch on YouTube now, that help me get through the day just to fill time, and also that are non-political. Like there's no politics in any of what I'm going to tell you right now at all. No politics. These are just good quality creators creating family style entertainment that's good for everybody. And some of it's very ASMR, very relaxing stuff, without you necessarily thinking that it would be. So the first the first place I want you to take a look at is I have this my friend Sal runs Cali Planes and Cali Drives. Cali Planes is when Sal goes out to the airport, usually San Francisco or Los Angeles, occasionally Portland, Las Vegas, Burbank, Ontario, other airports. But he goes out to the airport and he plane watches. He just watches the planes take off and land, and he tells you where they're coming from or where they're going to or how old they are or whatever. Sometimes he doesn't tell you anything. You just watch the plane. It's great, and his chat is very friendly, very respectful, well moderated. Um, there's no tolerance for bull crap or speaking like this out of the side of your mouth. None of that. I mean, when you type something that's talking out the side of your mouth, it's very evident. It's easy for moderators to pick up and just disappear. And if you keep doing it, they'll disappear you. So it's a nice safe environment unless there happens to be an emergency. Now, it's happened a couple of times with the live channels I'm going to tell you because Sal himself caught a wheel falling off a 777 aircraft on takeoff at San Francisco. It was United plane, which was exciting viewing because you're watching it actually happen live. So that's like way more thrilling than the aftermath of what the news shows you. But and it adds to the excitement of the day. But fortunately, we don't have many accidents, so I'm glad for that because at some point it gets to be a little too much if it's an accident. So that can turn from fun into something traumatizing, but the likelihood of that happening are very nil. So I still recommend Cali Planes and Cali Drives. Now, Cali Drives is a whole different side of Sal. It's Sal in his car going places. It's Sal driving out to Las Vegas. It's Sal partying on Fremont Street and standing up, swinging it with the bands on Fremont Street and all that kind of stuff. So Cali Drives is much more relaxed and less structured than Cali Plains, but Cali Plains is a far larger channel. Cali Drives is um, basically Sal's pals. There's a group of us that are Sal fans, and we're Sal's pals, and we show up for pretty much anything that he puts on. Just He's a really mellow guy from California, really mellow, like totally ASMR. His voice is so relaxing. So anyway, I recommend Cali Plains and Cali Drives, Cali Cali Plains and Drives. Then there's LA Flights, which is two brothers that started a channel like 3 or 4 years ago, and they do plane watching. They have grown from a no audience, like maybe there was 5 of us watching the first day, to one of the largest plane spotting channels in YouTube history. Um, they're based out of LA, so they do LA shows, but not as often as they used to. They do shows in San Francisco occasionally. Occasionally they go to Anchorage to show the freighters and the 747s. Um, they've they've gone a couple times to Frankfurt, Germany. Um, they've gone to, they go to JFK quite often and film from the TWA Hotel. Um, they go to Boston. They've gone to Miami. They've gone to Atlanta. They've gone to Charlotte. So they get around. The LA Flights channel is much larger than Cali Plains, so they can afford to get around. Where Sal's still building his channel, and he's a one-man band, and this is two brothers, and they've got help. So it's apples and oranges. It's a bigger channel, so you're not going to enjoy, unless you read really, 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 really fast, you're not going to enjoy the chat nearly as much. It's well moderated. Don't get me wrong. The guys have um, a lot of moderators, and most of them are pretty cool. Um, but LA Flights has frequent shows in different locations, and they're going to be heading back to Frankfurt in a couple of weeks, I think, and then they're going to be flying to New York for UN Week, which it's always a great time, because you get to see all the heads of states airplanes, like Air Force One, and King Charles's plane, and the guy that runs Brunei, and Bahrain, and France, and Canada, and everybody's VIP presidential plane or prime minister plane or government plane show up that week. So that's always exciting. Um, there's a guy named Captain Steve. He runs a channel that investigates accidents that happen, and he tries to explain in regular language what's going on, what the dynamics are, what the um, different things are looking at, stuff you might not even have thought of, because you have to get kind of airline geeky or airplane geeky for that. But Captain Steve does a pretty good job. And then um, there's a guy named Anton Petrov. He's a teacher, a science teacher or a math teacher. I forget if he teaches science or math, but a teacher from Canada that got married and moved to South Korea um, to raise his kid. And he does a YouTube channel every single day, except when he takes off, but he rarely takes off. So it's like an everyday I think his videos come out between 5 and 6 o'clock Eastern time, and they're on science and space and math and microbes and all kinds of stuff. So you never know what's going to come next with him. Um, but he does do a good job explaining unexplainable stuff, and he keeps it real by saying, don't get too attached to these theories because that's all they are, is theories. So he's a good watch. He's a good 10 to 20 minute a day content provider. So he'll whack a half an hour off of your day if you're just sitting around with your thumb up your butt. Learn something. Anton Petrov, good guy. Jaden Wong is a guy from Hong Kong, and he was living in Australia going to university when he started his channel, One World Flyer. And then now he's changed it to Jaden Wong, his real name. He does flight reviews, and he goes on planes and he shows you the check-in and the lounge and the shopping and the food, and then he gets on the plane and shows you the seat and all the accoutrements that go along with it and the food and the service, and then he like breaks it all down for you, shows it from takeoff to landing, and then he usually does, after the landing, he does a vlog, usually of where he is, and sometimes he'll put him out of sequence, so he'll explain that it's out of sequence and this is where he is and this is why he's doing it today, blah, blah, blah. He's a good guy. He's young. And if you're super offended by homosexuals, you're not going to like him. I mean, he's not a flamer. Well, he's not. But he is gay. And so you just need to know that and get over yourself, because he's not there to be gay. He's there to look at airplane service. So that's what he does his job well. So anyhow, then we have Josh Cahill. He's a middle-aged guy, started quite a while ago. He's German, Australian, and like he grew up part of his life in Australia and part of it in Germany. And then he's lived in different countries. And for a while, he was banned from coming to the USA because he had traveled to foreign countries that aren't friends with the USA. So they just kind of did this stupid punishment for him. But they finally knocked that crap off. And he finally got back to the USA a couple weeks ago. But does really good work. He's really good at rooting out safety issues, and he doesn't suffer any airlines bullshit at all. So he's good for reviews. Then there's Nonstop Dan. Nonstop Dan's another airplane reviewer, and he's also gay. And he's got a partner named Oscar. And they just travel around the world doing reviews of hotels and airplanes and city buses and boats and you name it, but mostly on airplanes. And then they also have shoot off projects where Dan sells a point, like how to travel with points system and how to get good deals on points and how to use them to the best advantage. If you don't know a lot about airline schemes, it might be something good to do. I already know a lot about airline point schemes. I already know how to get those deals. That's how I got to travel around the world in first class for less than coach prices. Was buying points on sale in deep sales and buying a lot of them. So there's that. And then he and Oscar have a travel vlog channel just for themselves of them going out and eating in restaurants and doing activities and stuff wherever they happen to be around the world, and they go everywhere. They're always somewhere. Um, then there's Patrick Shea. He's a California guy. He's actually a pilot. Um, but in his spare time, he flies around and makes airline review videos. And he does it from a more insider's perspective. I mean, he's good at talking to the community, but since he's a pilot, he's more like the perspective he brings is more of what an insider would look at and gauge, as opposed to just Joe traveling public that flies once every 5 years to Vegas for their big weekend vacation or whatever. So Patrick Shea's good. He's a smaller channel, based out of San Francisco. Does lots of inaugurals. He's really good at showing up at inaugural flights. And United's been putting on a lot of those lately. And United throws great inaugural parties. So hats off to United for that. They're doing something right. Now they just get their catering. Anyhow, Simple Flying is another good channel. It's an aviation channel. It's about airlines and airplanes and the business and personalities and all different kinds of everything aviation topic related, and the news. And then there's Noel Phillips. He's from England. He now lives in Houston. He travels all over the world to very exotic locations, like hard to find on a map. Josh Cahill does pretty much the same thing. Josh Cahill goes like way out, like to Antarctica and, like the highest airport in the world and the lowest airport in the world. And, so Noel Phillips and Josh Cahill, they actually sometimes collaborate. It's really interesting when they do. But Noel Phillips is good at his thing. He's a private pilot. He's pleasant, and he has that nice English accent. If you like that, if you like your airplane news or airplane reviews delivered with an English accent, he's good at that. And he also does. He's the one that started the famous Loo Review, which, if you don't know what a loo review is, it's the toilet. And he and Josh and Jaden and Dan and Patrick, because of Noel Phillips, everybody does a loo review and they all hate doing it. But they go in the toilet, they close the door, and they're like, look, this is the bathroom. This is what it has. Sometimes it has flowers or perfume or hand lotion or whatever in the fancy bathrooms. And then there's basically nothingness and the coach lavatories. So he's entertaining. And then the guy that started airplane watching on YouTube, like the first one, it's called Big Jet TV. And Big Jet TV is based in London at Heathrow Airport. They occasionally go out to Air Force bases in England or in the UK. Occasionally they travel, they go to Airbus factories in Germany and France. They've gone to Anchorage. They've gone to Louisville, Kentucky, where UPS is headquartered. Their jets are headquartered there. So Big Jet TV, he has a real thick accent though, and he doesn't try to make it America friendly. Not that he's anti-American, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is he talks like people speak in England. And he doesn't try to make it easier. Because a lot of people in England, they know that Americans speak English differently and they have a different ear for what they're hearing. And England has all their own slang terms and stuff that we don't use. We use similar words, but they mean entirely different things. So he doesn't change him for the American audience. He just does full English. And Noel kind of lightens it up. He lightens up the English part of his English. Um, so he's more easily understandable. Big Jet TV's a little bit less so. And Big Jet TV has a more excitable energy, um, which can get exhausting. And anyhow, um, that's it for today. I just wanted to talk about those channels. I hope that you tune into one of them, or two or five, and spend some non-political time, non-chaos time, just enjoying life. You'd be amazed how relaxing it is to watch those, particularly like um, Cali planes and LA flights, and um, how relaxing it is to go to the airport and just watch airplanes. You'd be amazed. The sounds, everything. It becomes very ASMR fairly quickly. Oh, and one other shout out I want to give to is DJ's Aviation. DJ is this guy from Australia, and he's a younger guy, and he gets the airplane news, like who's buying what airplanes today, and you know, starting what routes or canceling things or whatever. So he's aviation news, and he's daily. He shows up 7 days a week pretty regularly. I mean, and he'll let you know the videos will still come regularly even when he's traveling or something. He pre-records several videos so that as long as he's gone, and he sets them for release at a particular time. So DJs is good that way. Anyhow, I gotta go. Have a nice day. Try to stay out of the chaos. It's really hard. It's wearing on people. It's making people break. Don't break. Take some time. Enjoy the airplanes. Enjoy DJ's Aviation. Enjoy listening to Noel Phillips. Great guy. Thanks, guys. And don't forget my buddy Sal at Cali Planes. Really good guy. Talk to you later.